That's Boot Fam. This is Derric and I'm continuing to answer the request that was made of me about giving some insight about how I started working with the Neturu and how I built a rapport with the Neturu. So in this video, we're going to talk about Oset, who is known in Greek as the goddess Isis. Now, when I finally started walking this path of ancient African spirituality, I was away for college deep in the heart of Texas. While there, one of the first books that I read was Louisa Atisha's Jambalaya, The Natural Woman's Book of Personal Charms and Practical Rituals. At the time, Jambalaya was one of the only books written in English about traditional African religions and African-derived practices. Now, the reason I read Jambalaya in the first place was because I had already read the story of Osir, or Osiris, and I learned how Osir's youngest brother Set murdered him, threw his body in the river, and usurped the throne. I read how Oset, Isis, has searched all over the land, some say world, to find the body of Osir. Once she found Osir's body, she loaded it on a ship and sailed it back to her homeland. While on the ship, she conceived an heir magically with the body of Osir. I remember after reading about Oset and her magical conception, I immediately understood where the virgin birth of Christ came from. I remember after many of my friends read this same story, all we could talk about was how Christianity ripped from the Kemetic legend. But I wanted to know more about Oset because I felt like she was a gateway to my spiritual power. I read how Oset's colors were blue and white, and her sacred number was the number 7. The problem was that I didn't exactly know how to connect with her. Then somewhere I read that Oset could be syncretized with the Yoruba Yemaya, the Orisha queen of the 7 seas. And in Jambalaya, Mother Louisa has suggested that those wanting to connect with Yemaya to get a jar and fill it with ocean water, sand, etc. But here lied my next problem. Not only was I landlocked, but the closest beach and ocean was several hours away, and I was an out-of-state college student with no car. Now, being from Michigan, I had never seen the ocean, only the Great Lakes, but I really wanted to learn more about Oset or Yemaya. So one day, my longing to meet Oset led me to come across some Orisha music where I found a praise song or a bata for Yemaya. Almost immediately, I memorized the melody and the Yoruba lyrics of the song as best I could. Then, while I was alone walking back to my dorm room at night, I would look up at the full moon in the clear Texas night sky and sing the Yemaya song to Oset. I can't remember how many times I sung that song, but I know that Oset saw my dedication and devotion. Oset knew my heart and understood that I was landlocked and had no way of getting to the ocean to connect with her. Then one day I was walking around and found a blue and white motto sailboat. Instantly, Oset spoke to me and told me that I could use the motto boat to symbolize the boat she sailed upon when she magically conceived the heir of Osir. I understood at that moment that whenever I wanted something, all I needed to do was write it down and Oset would retrieve it like she had done for the body of Osir. This is how I met Oset, but I didn't build a rapport with Oset until after I read the story of Ra and Oset. In the story, Oset wanted to have free will like Ra, so she magically created a serpent so that it could bite Ra, thus tricking him into revealing his secret hidden name so that we could have the power to do whatever we willed. That's when one day Oset appeared to me as Our Lady of Miraculous Meadows, standing on the neck of a serpent that bit Ra. It was at that moment that I realized that Oset had numerous paths. It became clear that Oset standing on the serpent was a reminder to me that anytime I wanted something to change, No matter how difficult the task, give it to Oset and she would bring about a change in the heart as she had done with Ra. It was this experience that helped me to see the power of Oset and recognize her numerous paths. Hopefully, this helps you to connect with Oset.